EA, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents practice round coverage. We're here at TPC Boston in Massachusetts. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. And Frank, how does this course set up for the golfers out here today?
Well, Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, they did a lot of changes a few years back to sort of open up some of the driving areas. Consequently, you see there's a little bit more of a reward for the longer hitters. Fairways aren't really as tight as what you'll see on some other golf courses. Long and straight certainly gives you a big advantage at TPC Boston.
This is host of the Deutsche Bank Championship. That's a tournament that is part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. One under early in the round. Frank, they renovated the par 5 second back in 2010. What'd they do to the hole, and how does it play now?
Well, they changed the green, especially the left side. There's a huge mound there now. It's still a driver off the tee, but before you could bail out on the left side, you can't bail out anymore. It's a devilish of a chip over that mound.
Those chocolate drop mounds give the course a really nice look.
Yeah, they just pop. And you can see them, and you know that they're problematic.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly, so now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
So on a putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Hole number 3 here at TPC Boston. It is a par 3. Frank, are you happy walking off with par here?
Well, if you've birdied the first 2 holes, there's a chance here to be greedy. This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. So at the 3rd, the approach is on the green, but it's a long ways from the cup, about 30 feet away. Frank, this would jumpstart the round, a 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. And getting ready for the putt. It's a -2 early in the round. Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable, par 4, here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk-reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. The 2nd shot now to the par 4. On the green in regulation. So a tester from 4 feet. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Frank, now a beefed up par 4. This is the 5th, 466 yards long.
Prettiest hole on the golf course. Nice, gentle dogleg left. There's a bunker down the left side about 300 yards, and then there's a run out at 350. There's something about a well-hit shot.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left. And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Well, how about that? That's a 4th birdie on the day. 6th hole here at TPC Boston. Always a fan favorite. What do people like about it, Frank?
Well, it's like a goal kicker hole. There's these 2 big pine trees, and especially when you turn off that back tee. Hit it through that chute, avoid the 2 bunkers on the right, you're in prime position.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Well, that's all you want right there. Just lag it down, don't get too crazy, and now just a tap in left. Settles in over the putt, in for par, and will sit tight at 4 under. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. So she's rolled into that first cut. It's not a perfect lie, but not bad either. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the par 3 8th. And Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
Frank, looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Pretty good shot right there. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those 2 bunkers are, and they're sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Par attempt here. We're just playing a nice round of golf. Has that one for par, and now at 5 under par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports on a gorgeous New England afternoon. It's fall, the leaves are changing, and maybe the fortunes will change as players get set for the 10th hole.
Yeah, good par 4, relatively straight. No fairway bunkers really in play. Got to be careful with the second shot, though. That water does come into play on the left side.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green.
Should be safely on deck.
just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
So makes the putt, and now at -6. Moving on to the 11th here, Frank, and this par 3 has to be the toughest here at TPC Boston. 231 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, it plays a little uphill, so this hole really does suit the high ball flyers. There's a big ridge in the middle of the green, so when that flag's on the back, you've got to hit your best shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Get in. Yes, good putt. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit 2 of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you'd take anything on the green here. You see a lot of 6s here over the years. Oh, I like that.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
In the fairway, sitting up nicely, and just 155 yards to go. Well, this could be good. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
really having a good day and a good run right here. 2 straight birdies, now 8 under. And another par 4 here at the 13th TPC Boston.
This is a slugger's paradise. Plays much longer than its 450 yards uphill. Big carry with the tee shot. That second shot's not exactly short either.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here. This is a good-looking shot. Birdie try up next. And getting ready for the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This would give her the par. Got it for par. Frank, at the 14th down, anytime you get a par 4 that is almost 500 yards, it gets your attention.
It does play downhill, though, so you don't have to smash away here. It's better if you can get something moving a little right to left. Then it will take the natural slope. You get a little more yardage out of it that way.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Ooh, so close. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there. That distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Now with the par 4 15th, what do you think of this hole, Frank?
Oh, I love the strategy involved here. It's not just necessarily a driver off the tee. Smart play often comes on top here because it's a second shot hole. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Has 100 yards left. Well, she's just made it look easy out there today. Swing has been rhythmical, tempo's been good, and really has played outstanding golf. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Starting to heat up now. Back-to-back birdies. Well done. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
This one's looking good. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Frank, playing downhill, you always want to take less club. Go ahead and hit the ball a little harder. Respectable shot right there. 20 feet or so from the hole. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, the 18th year at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that pot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Has this for her birdie. Building something very special at 12 under par. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.